Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Amanda. I am a 35-year-old mom to a little 3-year-old boy named Chase and my 18-month-old daughter named Quinn. So today I'm gonna share with you my postpartum weight loss transformation. Before I get into all of the details, I just wanted to make a quick disclaimer. This is all my experience. I am not a professional. I am not an expert in diet or exercise or weight loss or anything like that. This is purely like a normal person's just experience with the postpartum weight loss. And I also wanted to mention, so I gained about 30 pounds during my last pregnancy. I was about between 150, 155 pounds. And over the course of a year and a half, I was able to lose about 30 pounds. So right now, just for reference, I am 124 pounds. I am 5'1", and I also, right now, I wear a size like small or size 4 typically in most, form-fitting clothes. Okay, so let's get right into all the things. When I got pregnant, I gained a lot of weight, and for me on a small frame, it just seemed like 30 pounds, I think, doesn't sound like that much, and I think it's within that recommended range, but it was a lot. And I have to say that this second pregnancy has taken so much longer to get the weight off. I think just because I'm older for one, and my life is just completely different. I don't have the time to spend, an hour working out and meal prepping and everything. I've got 2 little toddlers, and I needed to do something to work into my lifestyle. So the first thing that I wanted to share is that it took 18 months to get to the place that I am today. So for any of you first time moms maybe, or if you just had a baby and you're expecting the weight to just come off right away, some people it does, and it's amazing, and they breastfeed and it melts off of them. I did not have that experience at all. I carried the weight until you first drop that main bulk of the weight from the baby and the water weight and all of that stuff pretty quickly. So I think I dropped 15 to 20 pounds within the first few weeks, but that wasn't the problem for me. It was that last 10 to 15 pounds that I had the hardest time getting off. So I started at about 6 months. For the first 6 months, I'm not sleeping. Having a newborn and a 2-year-old is very, very challenging. So I could not focus on my body whatsoever. And I just gave myself the time. I was because my first pregnancy, I was very conscious about getting back into shape and everything. And this time it was just too chaotic. So I waited. And at about 6 months, I started to experiment. At that point, Quinn was sleeping through the night, and I was getting, a regular, at least 7-ish hours of restful sleep. So that's a big contributor to weight loss as well. If you're sleep deprived, I think your cortisol levels are elevated, and that can prevent you from losing the weight. Anyways, I tried everything at about 6 months, and everything from diet to exercise. From diet, I tried intermittent fasting, I tried keto, I tried low carb, I tried eating what I normally ate, I tried portion control, I tried eating 3 meals a day with snacks in between, I tried eating 6 little meals a day. Nothing worked in terms of what I was eating. Nothing. And then in terms of exercise, I tried everything there too. I tried all cardio and no strength. I tried all strength and no cardio. I tried a mix, and I just was not seeing results. So what I'm trying to say here is that even at 6 months, between 6 and 12 months, I was still struggling to figure out what was gonna work for my body. And finally, something clicked, and I was why do I keep trying with no progress? I need to just relax about it, not think about it, try to get back to simple things. So one of the things that I think really helped me is that I pre-pregnancy, I was probably eating between like 1,500 and 1,800 calories a day. And I am a small frame. I do not need 2,000 calories a day whatsoever. Like it just, I was not starving myself. I maintained my weight very easily. And when I got pregnant, that eating for two, I really took advantage of that. I seriously was eating for two. I upped my calorie intake, and it's just an unconscious thing, I think. Like, you know, your mind isn't like, oh, I need to like make sure that I'm, you know, like counting my calories and being good and whatever. Like you're just, for me at least, this is my experience. I was just like, I'm gonna eat whatever I want, what the baby wants, like within reason. I'm not gonna go having McDonald's every night. But anyway, that was a huge thing. I had to relearn after 9 months of eating for two, I had to relearn the correct portions appropriate for my body. And once I figured that out, things got a lot easier. And I am a firm believer that, like they say, abs are made in the kitchen. So I'm gonna talk first about what I did aside from portion control and relearning how to go back to, you know, this like 1,500 to 1,800 calories a day, shrinking my stomach back to normal, getting fuller after eating a normal portion size meal for me. And that changed everything. I finally also figured out that low carb and keto really was effective with my body. I don't know if I would say I eat 100% keto right now, but I definitely eat low carb. I think keto, they have 30 or less net grams per day. So maybe some days I do eat 30 or less, but I don't count my carbs. I can't. I do not count my carbs, and I do not count calories, because that just puts me in a tailspin. I become extremely obsessive, and I actually end up like restricting and then binging, and it's a very bad cycle. So part of that is eating intuitively and just making meals that are predominantly low carb. So I eat a lot of eggs, I eat a lot of cheese, I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of salads, a lot of nuts, deli meat, which isn't that great, but I think that eating a piece of ham is probably better than eating, you know, some piece of bread. So I completely cut out, for the most part, breads, pastas, and things that have a lot of sugar in them. What I will say is that I don't restrict myself so much that I won't ever eat carbs. Like every Friday I eat Chick-fil-A for dinner, and I am extremely happy with that. And it has no effect on my overall, you know, weight. I also, you know, on the weekends, sometimes like last weekend I had Chick-fil-A on Friday, and then we had pizza on Saturday night, and I didn't care. It was fine, because those were a couple of meals throughout the week that I like, you know, treat meals, whatever you want to call them. But my body has gotten so accustomed to this low carb way of eating, because I've been doing it since the beginning of April. That's another thing. Like I'm making this video now because I'm at a stage where I'm maintaining my weight and I'm happy with my body. So that's why it's taken, you know, a year and a half to kind of get here. It's a very long process. It was for me. So, but an important part about diet, not dieting, diet, is that you have to find something that works with your lifestyle, and something that you enjoy, and something that you can maintain, and that it's not going to be like a struggle to eat this way. So, and I think that as for keto and low carb, as long as I'm only taking like a day and a half out of the week to, you know, have my treat days, that's fine. It's when you decide that you're going to eat a certain way, like Monday through, you know, Friday mid-afternoon, and then Friday evening through Sunday, you eat a different way. Like for me, I used to do that, and it undid all of the work that I had put in. And I think that was another problem with the way that I was eating before, and why things weren't sticking for me, is that I was so focused on the diet and how many, you know, carbs. I was counting carbs, I was counting calories, and then I would be like, oh, I did so good this week. I ate really healthy, I kept it low carb, I worked out, whatever. And then Friday through the rest of the weekend, I would undo all that work and eat candy and eat fast food and eat chips and eat, you know, all these things that weren't part of my diet. and I undid all the work that I did. So it was a vicious cycle until I got to the point where I was able to maintain this low carb style of eating, and I didn't want those like carbs. I didn't want that sugary candy or the French fries or the pizza. Like, yeah, once in a while you can indulge, and you should. Or the alcohol, that was another thing. Oh man, for a while I was drinking more than I should have been, and not like to the excess, but like by the end of the week, especially when I had, you know, an infant and a toddler, I was just like, I want to get a buzz on. I want to like have some martinis, espresso martinis. I want to get a little bit drunk, and that was really detrimental to my progress as well, because then the next day I was hungover, and then what did I want to eat? All of the crappy sugary fast food, French fries, burgers, chicken fingers, all that stuff. So I also have really cut out a lot of the alcohol, and I only drink now. I can't drink regular wine. I drink low sugar or no sugar wine, because even 2 glasses of normal wine will give me like a headache, and I'll feel it the next day. So I've really drastically cut down the alcohol. I also don't ever skip dessert. Dessert, I think it's always been something that I need to kind of like signal to my brain that the day is done, you're done eating. So when I do have sugary stuff during the day, it's always at dessert. And what I've been loving is these keto ice cream bars. I forget the brand, there's a bunch of them out there, but they're like 160 calories, maybe like 3 or 4 net carbs, and there's so many flavors. They're delicious, and they're pretty big, so it's like I feel really satisfied after eating them. And I'm also into dark chocolate, and the like 92%, you gotta go like pretty dark, but or the dark chocolate like truffles, those Lindt truffles. Oh my gosh, they're so good. A couple of those after dinner, delicious. So I'll eat, you know, like I still eat candy or like a dessert or whatever. And I think that that's really just been working for me. Intermittent fasting did not work for me, and it's never worked for me. It works wonders for some people, but for some reason for me, not eating until 12 or 1 p.m. in the afternoon, for some reason, it makes my brain say, hey, you're going into starvation mode, which I think that's what it's supposed to do. But instead of dropping the weight or burning the fat instead, or the carbs instead, my body just holds on to the weight. So I immediately realized that intermittent fasting, number one, it was driving me crazy because I was starving by noon or 1 o'clock the next day after not having eaten since like 8 p.m. the night before. It just wasn't working out. I wasn't enjoying it. I did not get results. So I stopped that, and I started to intuitively eat. So on top of like the portion control and the keto low carb and just intuitive eating, I usually start eating, like I have a brunch between like 9:30 and 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'll have brunch, which is, you know, a couple eggs or an egg sandwich, sausage, something very simple. I love breakfast food and I love eggs. So that's my favorite meal of the day. And because I'm having, you know, more fatty things, I am full until usually like noon or 1, and I don't even think about it. And at that point, I don't even eat a proper lunch. I'll have snacks. Like I'm a big snacker, and so I'll have like, one of my favorite things is to eat nuts. I love honey roasted nuts, and I know that those have sugar in them, but not a lot of sugar. And so I'll eat nuts. I love like sliced mozzarella with roasted red peppers and a balsamic glaze with a little oregano and salt. Oh, that's another one of my favorite snacks. So delicious. I eat a lot of deli meat, like a ham and cheese roll up. And then for dinner, I eat salads, and I put croutons on my salad every single time. I love the Texas toast croutons. They're so good. They have carbs in them. Yes, they do. But you know what? They really make me want to eat my salad, and I enjoy it, and I love it. So, and I think it's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 carbs per 2 tablespoons, something really minuscule. So, and it doesn't affect me at all. So that's kind of what I eat, and then I'll have dessert, like I just said. So I've pretty much like, I am a true believer that your diet has the most, what is it, like 80% of, you know, the weight loss comes from diet. I 100% believe that. So let's move into what I have been doing in terms of exercise. So before I got pregnant, I was very, very into working out. So I would work out like 5 times a week. I was doing these crazy like 45-minute HIIT videos, going for walks, like everything. I was just super obsessed with it. So I've realized that I don't have the time to do those crazy workouts anymore. I have to fit my workout in. Typically I work out at like 5:30 in the morning, because if I don't, it doesn't get done and my day just like spirals out of control usually. So what I do, and I would recommend just finding something that you love to do, whether that's running, whether it's walking, whether it's riding your bike, whether it's HIIT, whether it's strength training. Figure out what you like, and if you like it enough, you'll be able to fit it into your lifestyle. So I found the like holy grail of what I'm obsessed with, and I look forward to my workouts every single day because this is what I've been doing. I have a Peloton. I take a 20-minute Peloton ride in the morning. It's usually a HIIT ride or a Tabata ride. So really gets like your bang for your buck. You're putting in so much effort, you're going hard, but it's only 20 minutes. And after those workouts, I am dripping sweat. I feel so good. Even if I was exhausted waking up, I feel so energized. The endorphins, like everything's flowing. I'm motivated and I just love it. And then I'll do a strength portion for another 20 minutes. So my workouts are typically between 30 and 40 minutes, and I work out 4 days a week, maybe 5 if I'm really like feeling like I want to do, you know, a Peloton, like a 30-minute fun Peloton ride. So the second part of my workout is strength focused. And I have been, since I just worked out my legs pretty hard, I don't do like any strength for my legs, very minimal. I also build muscle extremely fast in my legs, so it's enough, like just putting up that resistance on the Peloton and like cranking it out. So I'll do an upper body and an ab workout, and it's kind of like a split, 10 minutes for upper body and 10 minutes for abs, or a little bit more upper body. I found that aesthetically, I just like how a toned and muscular like upper body looks, and that's where I'm focusing my effort, and I'm seeing really good results. I also, you know, I live in Texas and it's so hot, and most of the year I'm wearing little tank tops, short sleeve shirts, like things that are more exposed up here, and that's what I wanted to focus on. And so that's what's been really effective for me, and it's manageable, you know, and I work out from home. I don't go to the gym. I do not have time for the gym. It just doesn't fit into my lifestyle right now. Maybe I will eventually, but that's what I've been doing. And it's been working, but I really believe that it's how you're eating, because honestly, like 30 or 40 minutes 4 times a week is not like revolutionary. And I'm not trying to like bulk up. I'm a mom. I'm just trying to stay in shape. I'm trying to stay fit, and I'm trying to just, you know, get back into like the body that I had pre-pregnancy, because there's a feeling of confidence that it's taken a 1.5 years for me to get here, but I'm so happy that I'm finally here. Like, I'm excited to buy new clothes. I'm confident with myself. I feel like I hold myself better. I don't know. If you've been there, you probably know. And I think like little steps to get to where you want to be, and trusting that it's going to take time, is really going to make a difference. One last thing that I just wanted to mention is I think another big part of like through the weight loss journey that you're on is finding clothes and styles of clothes that actually flatter your body and that you feel really good in. I went through a phase where I was buying the wrong clothes. I was buying clothes that were too small for me. And so when I would put them on, they would be tight. I would have bulges coming out, and I didn't like the way that I looked, but I was like, hey, I mean, I should be able to fit, like, I think I'll be able to fit into a size 2. Like, I'm gonna buy it expecting that I'm gonna eventually fit into there once my fitness journey, once the weight loss is off and I'm done, you know, I'm back to normal. Didn't never happen. It's, you know, a 1.5 years later, the size 2 jean shorts that I bought are still sitting in my closet, and I'm probably just gonna donate them. So I would just say, like, find clothes that fit your body and that you feel good in, And also, don't forget, like, don't be afraid to like size up. I found that a lot. Like, I got so in my head about like, I am a size small. I need to wear a size small. Like, I need to wear a size 2, or I need to wear a size 4. I finally was like, no, 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 no. You are not, you know, 28 years old and have no other responsibilities or stresses in your life, and you can focus on your body and your own life, and that's it. Like, you're not there anymore, and you're not going back there. So get the size medium, get the size large, size up so that the clothes feel comfortable on you and look good on you. Nobody is gonna look at the tag in your pants and be like, oh, she's wearing a whatever. Like, and I had to really mentally refocus and shift where I was in order to get really happy and confident in my body. And another thing is the rule of thirds. I don't know if y'all have heard of this before, but the rule of thirds says that like wearing outfits that break your body into like thirds, like 1/3 up at the top and then 2/3 at the bottom, is just more aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and it just gives the illusion that it's more interesting, and it's just like, it's more flattering. So for example, and I actually really love this trend right now, is the high-waisted pants. So your jeans, or they could be sweatpants, whatever, come up to like your belly button, and then the top, that's 2/3, you know, from here all the way down. And then the top third is your top. So you can wear like a cute little crop top or something, or like a tight shirt. I really love the like baggy mom style jeans and like a crop top. But that's what looks good, instead of wearing a shirt that comes halfway down your body and then pants that come the other halfway down your body. I do a lot of like, I really love buying oversized t-shirts, and like, I love the oversized trend because, you know, you can cover up, it's comfy, whatever. But I love buying oversized t-shirts, like a size large, cuffing the sleeves and tying a knot in the like at the waist, and then pairing it with like biker shorts or yoga pants or something like that. I think it just looks so cute. Anyway, that's my my little spiel on dressing to feel good too, because that's really helped me. I had to go through all of my clothes and be like, this is just not gonna work. I need to get rid of these. I'll never fit into these again. Like, this is just not my style anymore. Anyway, that, I feel like I've been talking for a very long time. Again, this is just my experience. I am not a licensed professional in diet or health or anything like that. So if you want to try new things, go ahead and, you know, talk to your doctor first. But the main thing, if you take anything away from this, especially new moms, is it took 9 months for your body to change and to have that baby. So I would give yourself at least 9 months to try to get your original, like your pre-baby body back. It took me 1.5 years, and I'm just saying, like, don't let that discourage you. Take baby steps along the way, figure out what really works for you and what could be a lifestyle, and then you're gonna start seeing results. I hope that this video like helped you or encouraged you or gave you some ideas or tips and tricks. Maybe you took one thing out of the video that you liked and you can apply it to your life. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below if you want more videos like this. I'm happy to do like what I eat in a day, keto, or share my exercise schedule and routine, anything like that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.